Let's have some fun.
Let's do it. Okay, so why don't we save questions for the end? Please put questions in the chat. And I think we have a link which I'll have you resend at the end with some flyers and important links that you can utilize after the presentation. So without further ado, Andrew, if I can introduce you. I'll introduce myself first. Hello, everybody. I'm Danielle Centeno. I'm Director of Loss Prevention for the American P&I Club, focused on the Americas. I'm really pleased to introduce today the first in our ShipShape webinar series, led by Andrew Brohl, who's the founder and CEO of ShipShape Health. ShipShape has become one of our leading partners in American Club US loss prevention. So thank you all today for tuning in. We have a great presentation for you on the very, very important topic of seafarer wellness. So without further ado, Andrew Brohl and the Mindful Mariner.
Thank you so much for that, Danielle. And truly thank you guys for showing up. You could be anywhere. You don't have to be here. And so you chose this to invest in yourself, whether somebody made you be here or they just gave you the opportunity. And there's no telling right now what this room is carrying or what this room is holding, right? Whether you work onshore, offshore, it's not an easy life, right? And so, but you found yourself here, and I appreciate that. So before we get into this, I just want to say thank you first to the American Club, giving this message a platform. As we all know, Mariner mental health and wellness doesn't get the airtime that it should. And the fact that you guys thought that this meant enough to bring this to a room and to offer this and provide this to your industry and to your network and to your members is fantastic. To Danielle, Bill, Richard, Gloria, first off, getting to meet you guys in person was fantastic, and speaking at the event last year and really knowing that you guys have supported me and pushed me forward is a beautiful thing. So without you guys, this doesn't happen. And why am I here, right? My name's Andrew, third and second mate on container ships, went to Texas Maritime Academy, realized very early on that health, wellness, mental, physical, emotional wellness offshore was imperative to the job, right? So I'm here. I lived it, sailed 3 years on container ships, did a couple years in private yachts, and realized all throughout that this industry has been hurting for a long time. And so I made it my life's work to impact these mariners and this industry in a positive way. So I was there. I stood the watch. I made the calls that were never answered. I missed funerals. I missed birthdays. I missed weddings. I missed moments that I'll never get back, right? Because of the work. And I want to see from just like just a quick chat, please use this because this should be interactive. Who has also experienced something where they've missed a wedding, they've missed a funeral, they've missed a birth, anything? Give me a 1 in the chat if you've experienced any of that. Greg, yeah, all 10 years. Yep. P&I Club, Richard, I know. I appreciate that. And so, that's every day, right? And that's way too many. Bill, hey, thank you. Younger years of your daughter, right? The family moments. And thank you for bringing that up, Rehab. Like, that's the other thing. It's watching your family grow. 25 years in the industry. Love it. And so these are the moments that we'll never get back, right? Because of the work. So this is why we're here, to be able to organize and best move this forward and grow and learn together. And so here's why I'm here, right? I'm not here to hand you theory of something that I have read in a book. I'm here to really give you some tools, tips of the trade, and just some small things that you can use on a daily basis to help you impact your life offshore and to optimize, feel healthier, feel stronger, and feel more in control of things that truly you don't have control over because it's at home. So what we're going to cover, a few minutes, and we'll keep it short. You guys live this, right? So we're going to keep it super short when it comes to this. The tools that you can use, we're going to learn how to make them stick, some proof that they work, and then we'll have time for questions at the end. Please ask questions if you have anything that's weighing heavy on you now that you want to, learn how to combat against that. Please, that's what we're here for. We want to impact. And just a quick thing. By no means, I'm not a therapist. I'm not a yogi. And I'm by no means as consistent as I would like to be, because this is a process, right? Becoming healthier mentally, physically, emotionally is a process that we act on every day, right? 100% looks different each and every day. So that's what we're here. We're here to grow and learn. It's a very big industry, but it's also very small. So we got to stick together. So we'll move forward. Every statistic here, every number on this screen represents a person, represents a crew member, represents a father, a mother, somebody's dad who didn't come home, right? And somebody who put on a brave face over and over again, but was consumed internally and overwhelmed, to say the least, right? And so quick going through here, there's been a 25% rise in crew deaths since COVID, okay? 83% of those deaths were illness related and not accidents, right? So that health aspect is there for us. A fatality rate that is almost 5 times higher than the average worker back home. That one hits me hard every time. The 5 times more fatalities offshore than it is at home. Like that's just, it's profound. And 1 in 5 seafarers thought about ending their life just 2 weeks before they were asked, right? And this is all industry standard knowledge. And so if you've ever felt the weight of this job in your body or in your head, this is why, right? These are statistics. These are our people. These are our crew members. It's not weakness. It's the cost of the work, and it weighs heavy on us. And so, but the thing I mentioned here is like, we're not here to sit in that today. We're here to do something about it. So I'm going to give you some tools, some things that have been utilized, some stuff I used today and last night to prepare for this, right? It's not always in the critical moments that we need these things, but it needs to be intertwined and meshed in with our daily routine. I'm not asking you to take hours a day to become a yogi, right? I'm asking you to use these tools in the things that you're already doing. So what mindfulness actually is, and we'll clear a couple things up because I know what some of you guys are thinking, and I'll show you what I originally thought that it was, right? So this isn't sitting cross-legged on the bow, meditating. It's not just clearing your mind. It's not an app, and it's not soft, right? There is a time and a place for that. And I promise you, I've meditated on the bow before, and I've used the apps. The Headspace app is a great one. There's a time and a place for that. But what it actually is checking your own gauges, right? Your internal temperature, understanding the situational awareness of your own body and what's happening inside whenever you're going through the locks, when you're going through a docking organization or a docking scenario or a change of watch, right? It's the same disciplines that we can use on a pre-departure checklist, just run internally. Anybody think that's funny? I thought this was hilarious. Let me get back here. Okay. So what mindfulness actually is, what I'm going to show you here is that the Navy SEALs use this before they kick down a door, right? This isn't, fighter pilots use this. This is not therapy. This is actually a performance tool that you can incorporate into your daily routine, right? Things that you're already doing. So the toolkit, let's go here. So this is what you came for, right? As well to spend some time with me, which I appreciate, and share some love to the American Club members. This is what we're here for, right? And every one of these takes under 2 minutes. Okay, so you can do all of them right now. If you're driving a car, please don't do that. But like while you're sitting here, whether in your stateroom, on the bridge, or in the mess, or it seems like there's a lot of people in Greece, maybe you do them together, right? That'd be cool. But we're not just going to talk about them. I'm not just going to say, here they are. We're going to do them. And I promise you, if you do these right now, if you take the time, do the 4-7-8, do the 4x4, the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and the 2-minute check-in, you are going to feel more relieved. Whatever's going on in your world right now, if you can do these right now, just like nobody has to know you're doing it, but it will change. It will change the way that you feel in just a moment, I promise. And so we're going to do all 4 together. Camera can be off. I know everybody's on mute, but do them with me, right? Go somewhere where you can be alone and just lock in for a second. You'll walk away knowing how they feel, not just what they are. And that's what we're here for. Okay. So the first one, a 4-7-8, right? This is your reset button, right? This is before a meal. This is before a watch change. This is before you have a tough conversation or a great conversation with your spouse, right? You can do this anytime throughout the day. I used to do this all the time on deck. I do this all the time in my daily life now. It's a beautiful thing. So it's super simple. We're going to do one together. You're going to inhale for 4. We're going to hold for 7 and then exhale through your mouth for 8, right? I'm going to count it out. I'm going to do one with us and then I'll count it out. Okay. So you're going to inhale. Don't just go slow breath inhale, right? So here we go. 3, 2, 1. So inhale. We're going to hold for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and exhale. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We're going to do one more together. One more together. Inhale for 4. So hold for 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and exhale for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay. I'm not sure if you did it, but I want to know that little drop in the shoulders, that little feeling different, that little warm sensation that you got, that's real. You just created that in your body. So if you have something going on deck, at home, you want to reset, you just want to relax, you can do 4 rounds of that. Yeah, 3 to 4 cycles here. Takes under 60 seconds. You will feel better. It's simple, right? It's simple. Just a little bit of time spent on yourself here is going to change your game. Okay. Appreciate you guys. Okay. So second one we're going to move into is going to be box breathing. This is what you see. I'm on Instagram, Jocko Willenick, those, the awesome Navy SEALs guys going to kick down doors, like really protecting our country, going and doing the things like these. They do this, right? Fighter pilots, whenever they're about to take off or when they're in a combat move, like this is what they're doing. Works for me. I'll do it too. Because these guys are, cream of the crop. So here's what we're going to do. The most important part here is building and creating more capacity for us as people, right? And as mariners, as individuals. And so that last hold on an empty breath, that's where the money is, right? We're building capacity. So we're going to do these together. It's a 4-second inhale, hold for 4 seconds, right? Exhale for 4 seconds, hold for 4. Okay, I'm going to count them out. I'm going to do them with you. And so just prepare yourself, clear your mind for just a moment. You're here, be here now. And we're going to run a couple together. Okay, so we're going to go inhale and we're going to go through the nose and I'm going to hold for 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale for 4, 3, 2, 1. And hold 3, 2, 1. And so that's the box, right? 4 sides of a box. We put it together. Inhale, hold, exhale, hold. So we're going to do 2 back-to-back together. Throw off anything. If you've never done this before, lean in for just a few minutes with me here. I promise you it's going to impact your life. I promise. Okay. I want to do them with you. It's hard to do them and count, but I hope that you got the presence there and like you felt a little bit in that. It is an absolute game changer. If that is something that you could do on a daily basis, right? Easy to do, easy not to do. Thank you guys for doing that and taking action here. All right. So here is one that I think is very important. And this is something I want you to take off with you and share and use on a daily basis. It is not about breathing. What it is about getting out of your own head, right? It's about focusing on the moment, right? And the environment that you have around you, right? So your brain can't spiral and take inventory of the real world at the same time. right? So you make it take inventory. So water bottle, mouse, notepad, keyboard, right? 4 things that you can touch, 3 things that you can hear. I can't hear anything, but bird, squirrel, dishwasher, right? 2 things that you can smell. 2 things that you can smell. I know some of you guys got some cooking going on board, so I'm sure we smelled something. I'm going to ask you guys, tell me what y'all are cooking. And then 1 thing that you can taste. I would say 70% of this is going to be coffee. Okay, cool. How did that feel? You're getting yourself out of your element, right? You're getting yourself out of your own way. This is my wind down, right? At the end of the day, typically I see my alarm clock, I see my cell phone charger, I see my cell phone, pillow, night light, right? Like 5 things that I can see. So the reason why this is extremely effective is your brain cannot focus on the present. It has to focus on the present moment when you actively take in your environment, right? So you can't think about what's going on at home. You can't think about that decision that you have to make. It has to be this moment, right? You take inventory of what's in front of you. And so this is for those hard nights, right? You can't sleep. You got so much going on. Your mind's racing. You have, say, bills at home. You're going through a divorce. You're not feeling like yourself anymore. Like, stop all of that. Focus on this moment, right? Like, you can keep yourself from spiraling long enough to think straight. And that could be the moment where everything changes, right? It only takes 1 minute to do that. Okay. We're going to move on. The last one that we will work on today is going to be the 2-minute check-in, right? This is the one I want you to take with you. You guys read gauges, you read radars, you read weather reports. This is your own report on you, right? You know, this is you taking internal temperature of where you're at, what you're feeling. And it's as simple as this. There's 3 steps. We're going to name the feeling, right? I'm sure some of you have kids. You start, in in preschool and kindergarten. Well, what is this emotion? Learning emotions. And then how does it make you feel? And it's like, we're just big kids, right? We all have this internal child within us. And so it's the same thing. It's just now we make money and we spend time offshore, right? So we name it. What am I actually feeling, right? Am I tired, anxious, nervous, annoyed? And then we rate it on a scale of 1 to 10, right? Anything below a 3 and below is a manageable feeling, right? A manageable rating of the emotion intensity. Anything from an 8 on, we need attention to this, right? We need to really, not just an action, but just like we need to focus some attention on this to see what we need to do. And so then we take 1 action, right? Not 5, 1. Take a breath, call home, go on a walk, hit the gym, have a conversation with a loved one, do something, take action. And so last night, just a personal story, I used this because I was overwhelmed, right? And I was like, why am I feeling so just like in this moment? So I was overwhelmed about preparing for this presentation, right? So I was overwhelmed. I rated it a 4. And the action was prepare, get it done, and present. Be present, give your all here, 100%, and it's going to be fine. And then I did it an hour ago prior to Richard and Danielle jumping on with me. And it was, my feeling and emotion was excitement. And it was a 7. And it was like, I'm so pumped to get on here and share this message with you guys and to be and spend some time with mariners all across the world. So like, it could be positive, it can be, it could be negative, but like just name it, rate it, take an action, right? You don't have to share what the feeling was, but let's do this together. Take 10 seconds, name what you're feeling, right? Hungry, could be hungry, right? But name it, rate it, and then take an action. Simple as that. Okay. So now how do we actually keep this going, right? How do we make this stick? How do we incorporate this into our daily lives, right? You don't have to add anything to your day. You're already doing the things that this can be incorporated in, and you're breathing all the time, hopefully, right? Like Don't forget to breathe. But you just add this into what you're already doing, right? Watch change, right? What am I feeling? Name it, rate it, one action. Okay. How am I feeling right now before I take over this watch? It's going to make you understand that I can do make sure okay, cool. That I am doing my best to be the best version of myself as I take over the watch, right? Take over the watch in a happy and positive mindset versus a negative, right? What you do and how you present yourselves directly impacts everything around you and the people around you. If you keep a positive mindset offshore, you are going to have a better life. You're going to have a higher quality of life. You're going to have a better experience offshore. Your life is going to be optimized. People can feel that, right? So show up in that way. So watch change, turnover checklist, gauge reading. I'm a little upset. Second mate relieved me 15, 20 minutes too late last night, right? I'm exhausted. I'm pissed, right? Name it, rate it. It's a 6 and take one action. It's okay, right? Just tell them, hey man, you mind getting me on time this time? Like, I appreciate it. Like, whatever it is, right? Have that conversation, but name it, rate it, take an action before a meal, right? And we mentioned this one earlier, the 4-7-8, right? In for 4, hold for 7, exhale for 8. Just turning the page. You just turned over on watch. You just had a cargo op. Let that be the flip of the page to where you can relax into a meal or relax into a conversation, and just kind of unload a little bit. That 4-7-8. Critical operations, not unlike the Navy SEALs kicking indoors and fighter pilots doing their thing. Box breathing, 4-4-4-4. Super simple. Any type of critical moment, you can do this. Ain't nobody got to know, right? You can just do it unbeknownst. And then before the head hits the pillow, to shut your brain off, 5-4-3-2-1, right? 5 things you can see, 4 things that you can touch, 3 things that you can hear, 2 things that you can smell, and 1 thing that you can taste, right? Your brain has to be dialed into this moment. So you can do this before you go to sleep, critical ops, before a meal, and watch change. You're already doing all of these every day. And if you're in the office, switch gears a little bit, showing up to work before a meal, critical operations could be a big meeting that you have, and head hits the pillow. Everybody's got to get some rest, right? So proof that it works. This is just social proof, right? We ran a pilot with a maritime operator, a major maritime operator. We worked with 100 mariners over 120 days, 40 vessels, same job, right? Working 6 and 6, working tough schedules. And at the end of that 120 days, we had 84% had more energy, 74% had a better mood, 70% slept better. And these guys did exactly what we showed you, right? They were mindful, they were exercising, they were eating healthy, and they were a part of a community and a culture, right? And so what they told us over and over was, I just feel more like myself. I'm able to be more present for my family at home. I'm able to work harder because I'm healthier. I'm more engaged. I'm more present. And for you guys, from a quality of life standpoint, what else could you ask for? Right. And from a company that's willing to invest into their people and for the American Club to say like, hey, this has a place here for us because it's important. Like, that's what it's all about. And so at the end of the day, man, this is a small, but a major, large industry. We got to take care of one another. Right. And life's too short not to. So I want to give you guys something, right? This is essentially exactly what we just went over, but it's going to be a pocket-sized guide that you can keep on your phone. You can put it on the bulkhead. You can put it in your stateroom. You can put it on the bridge. You can give it to somebody. This is where it all happens, right? You can do this for yourself, and it's going to change your life. But if you share it with somebody, it's going to help change theirs as well. The more positivity that you exude, the better your environment's going to be. And you can mark my words on that. So also, you scan this, you're going to get access to the pocket guide as well as a 15-minute wellness strategy call with us, myself, or with the ShipShape team, just to talk about what you got going on board, what your routine looks like, and if there's any way that we can help you, we will. This is what we do. This is my life's work, like I mentioned. So I'm also going to put it into the chat as well, so you can grab the link. And I also put 2 book recommendations. one that has drastically changed the trajectory of my life. Both of them, the Celestine Prophecy and Happy Pocket Full of Money, they're both instrumental to the way that we interact as humans and the way that we perceive money and we perceive human connection. So those are really have been beneficial in my life, and I just wanted to share them. And then this is part 1 of 3, right? So the next one is going to be Fuel for the Watch, Nutrition at Sea. And then we've got, basically our fitness on board. We want to move the body. Next one, we'll drop some dates here. Would love to see y'all for that as well. That's going to be July, August. And then the following will be September, October. The last little touch point. Thank you. You guys move the world economy, right? You have the hardest job in the world. To work intuitively and like really invest your time and energy away from your family, friends, and environment, and then show up day in day, right? Like, this is the hardest job in the world to me. It's fulfilling and it's rewarding. We get paid well, can always be more, but like, you guys, at the end of the day, we got a good life, right? And so that my goal here was to enhance that in some capacity. So thank you. And also thank you guys for being here, taking the time. You didn't have to be. You guys invested in yourselves today, and take this with you. Scan that code. I'll put it back up here if you still need it. And then those links are in the chat. Yeah, appreciate it. I'll see you guys next time.